Many students right now are struggling with the THR sound combination. Are you one of them? Because today we are going to fix that in this lesson. Hi there, I'm Stu Sensei. I'm a British English teacher from BritishPronunciation.com and I'm here to level up your pronunciation. Let's get to it. For THR, we need to combine two sounds together, and this can confuse things for a lot of people, especially when they're doing one of the sounds wrong. So today we're going to work on it, not just the technique, but also some practices so we can use it in more natural environments. We're going to do this with a 5-step process. We're going to look at the technique of the sound. Of course, we're going to do that first. And then we're going to put that sound into some words. We want to combine it with some other sounds to lower our concentration and put a bit more pressure on ourselves to get that pronunciation of that sound correct. Then we're going to put those words into sentences. So there's a lot less time to think about the pronunciation of the sound, so we have to be accurate when we do it. After that, we're going to do focused sound practice by putting the sound into some tongue twisters, so we have it many times in a row. And lastly, we're going to do some shadowing, where you can practice and hear me say the words before you say them, and then you can check to see if your pronunciation is correct. Let's start off with the sound technique. So to work on the THR sound combination, we need to split it up into the two sounds. The first one is the TH sound, where you need your tongue slightly out of the mouth. But for the R sound, the R is a bit backwards. I'm going to open up the mouth a little bit here, but the tongue is a little bit further backwards and kind of poking up. Can you see that? Poking up a little bit. It's not touching anything, okay? But it looks like it's a little raised. So we have to practice this movement from the front coming backwards, okay? So the tongue is not touching any part of the mouth for the R sound. So we're going to work on that together. First of all, we'll do some TH practice, then some R practice, then we're going to push them together. Okay, here we go. Repeat after me. Nice job. Now the R sound. R, r, r. Nice job. Now we're going to put them together. Thr, thr, thr. Now, we probably wouldn't make such a long sound when we're actually using it within a word, but this is just for the practice to get used to the mouth position, okay? Now, let's put that sound into some words. So now we've got our main sounds and we're going to surround it by a few other sounds, okay? So please repeat after me. Thrive. Throat, threat, three, thrill, through, throw, thrust, throb, thrown, through, thrifty, thrive, thread, thresh, thrash, threshold, thrall, thrilled, thriving. Okay, we've done the words. Let's put those words into some sentences. Okay, now there's a lot more going on. We're pushing the pressure up a little bit here. Let's try and put these words in these sentences and see if we can focus on that sound we're working on. Are you ready? Here we go. The plants thrive when they get enough sunlight. She had a sore throat after singing at the concert. The storm posed a major threat to the coastal village. She bought 3 apples from the market. The thrill of skydiving is unmatched. We walked through the park to get to the museum. Can you throw the ball back to me? The rocket thrust forward into space. His head began to throb after a long day at work. The king sat on his throne, overseeing the court. She threw her old clothes into the donation bin. Being thrifty helps them save a lot of money. She used a silver thread to sew the dress. Farmers thresh wheat to separate the grain from the chaff. The band started to thrash out a fast song. He stopped over the threshold into his new home. The audience was in thrall during the magician's performance. He was thrilled to receive an acceptance letter from the college. The thriving business expanded to new markets this year. Wonderful work. Let's go on to the tongue twisters. So don't be afraid of these tongue twisters. They're here to help you. Some of them will be tricky, but it's okay. Try to get the slow one down first. We're going to do 3 speeds, slow, medium, and fast for each of these tongue twisters. Don't worry about progressing too fast. Make sure you get the technique down first. If you do that, then try a harder level. Here we go with the first one. The slow version. 3 thrifty thieves thought through thrilling plans. Now medium speed. 3 thrifty thieves thought through thrilling plans. And now for the fast one. Here we go. 3 thrifty thieves thought through thrilling plans. Ooh, even for me it's a little tricky. Let's go on to number 2. Now we're going to do the slow one first. Let's give it a try. Through thickets, 3 threads, thresh, thrice. Okay, now let's level it up 1. Here we go. Through thickets, 3 threads, thresh, thrice. Okay, now the fast one. Are you ready? Let's try. Through thickets, 3 threads, thresh, thrice. Okay. Now we're going on to the most difficult one. It's quite long. Let's try together. Okay, as I said, this is quite long, but we'll go for the slow one first. Then we'll gradually get more difficult. You know the process by now. Let's try. Here we go. The slow version first. Thrilled, throngs, thrash, at, thresholds, throwing, thrills, through, thrummed, throats. Okay, now we're going to try and level that up, just gradually make it a little faster. Here we go. Thrilled, throngs, thrash, at, thresholds, throwing, thrills, through thrummed throats. Okay, now we're going to go for the fast one. This might be even tough for me, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Same as you, yeah? Let's give it a try. Here we go. Thrilled throngs thrash at thresholds, throwing thrills through thrummed throats. How did you do? No worries if you didn't do well. Go back, try the slow one again. Slowly graduate to the medium, slowly graduate to the more difficult. Slow steps, don't worry, you're eventually going to get there. Now let's go on to the shadowing. And for those who haven't done shadowing before, all you have to do is mimic what I say. But you're actually going to read the same thing as me out loud, but start a little bit after me, maybe 2 seconds after. You're going to hear the sounds before you need to produce them. That way you can check to see if you're making the correct sounds, okay? Let's practice this shadowing together right now. We're going to start this shadowing in 5, 4, 3, 2. In a small bustling village thrived a community known for their thrifty ways and love for the theatre. Each year the villagers would gather to celebrate the harvest by throwing a grand festival where local plays thrilled audiences from near and far. Among the most anticipated events was the Throne of Tales, a play that brought legends to life. The actors, wearing costumes threaded with vibrant colours, performed with such passion that they seemed to throb with the heartbeats of their characters. The air was filled with the thrum of excitement, and children and adults alike were enthralled by the spectacle. Now use this practice as many times as you want. That's what it's here for. The goal is for you to practice regularly so you can improve. That's why I've made this nice long video for you to practice with. Remember, not just the sound. It's all about all of the different practices you can do to put the sound in different situations to make it more difficult for yourself. The more pressure you put on yourself, the better you're going to get, because you'll eventually have to use that sound in a conversation when you can't really think about it. That's what we're practicing for. So keep practicing with this video as much as you want. If you want more pronunciation practices just like this, there's a bunch of them right here. Be sure to check them out.